Hi, I'm John Gray, your Mars Venus health coach, health educator, health advisor. I just want you to understand how your body works, how your brain works, so you can be healthy. And today we're talking about depression. And this is part 3, how to heal your brain of depression. Protocols, practical protocols for you to get rid of depression and keep it at a long distance. Now remember, if something bad happens, depression is normal. Second, if we eat lots of sugar, you're going to end up feeling depressed. We know that sugar depletes the body of lithium orotate, so cut back on sugar as part of the protocol, wherever possible. My principle when it comes to sugar is you get people who are extreme, oh, no sugar, and then you'll see them eating all this junk food or have a Frappuccino with 80 grams of sugar in it. Let's say that's 20 teaspoons of sugar. So, people go from one extreme to the other because it's too extreme. Try to find something balanced. The principle for me, I like a good dessert from time to time. It's when I'm feeling really good, have a dessert when you're feeling good. But don't eat desserts or junk food to feel good. If you're down, get the nutrition you need to bring you up. But if you're really up, you often feel a need to celebrate, you're happy, you're feeling really good, then it's okay because your body needs a few of those extra ingredients that a dessert might give you to stimulate more serotonin. So I'll repeat that again. Don't use sugar products to bring you up, but when you're already feeling good, a dessert's generally fine. All right, so here we go. We want to look at our protocol for depression. We talked about lithium orotate as the key, most important factor. And why is it the most important factor? Because nobody knows about it. Lots of people know about a good diet or whatever, but they don't know about lithium orotate. The Mars Venus Wellness Solution helps cleanse the body. The lemonade, lemon and aloe vera help cleanse the body of heavy metals. Heavy metals get in the brain and interfere with normal brain function. So we want our brain to start making plenty of serotonin if we want to overcome depression. So we have the easy to digest protein, which has tryptophan in it, and we want to be able to get that tryptophan into the brain. A little bit of glucose in the shake causes insulin levels not to spike, but to go up and clear the bloodstream of other amino acids, and tryptophan can shoot into the brain. So that's another aspect of creating a good feeling and optimism and so forth. Now, even with the easy to digest protein, in the beginning, it's good to add another supplement. And this is the ideal protocol for healing depression. Sometimes just lithium orotate will do it for people. Sometimes just my wellness solution that I recommend will do it for people. But here's another adjunct to it that's proven to be more effective than antidepressants in many studies. And that's something called 5-HTP. Now, if you digest your protein and get it into the brain, if you digest your protein, it converts to tryptophan. You pull the tryptophan out of your protein, and you get that tryptophan into the brain. Then it converts into something called 5-HTP, and then it converts into serotonin. Well, it turns out in a little village in Africa where people are very happy and peaceful, they have this plant that grows called the graphonia plant. And the graphonia seed has concentrated doses or concentrated amounts of 5-HTP. And now people take extracts of those plant seeds and they get what's called 5-HTP, which is available in health food stores. Many people claim just taking 5-HTP cured their depression. Now, sometimes other people say, well, it didn't work for me. Same thing with lithium, by the way. Some people take lithium orotate and they swear by it, unbelievable. And others take it, well, it didn't work for me. It's a blend of things. There's a lot of roads that lead to Rome here, so we're trying to cover all of them. And maybe all of them aren't necessary for you if you find one, like lithium orotate for some people is all they need. Other people, the Mars Venus Wellness Solution, easy to digest protein, which has your omega-3 in it, is all they need. Studies have shown just taking omega-3 supplements have helped many people with depression, for sure. I don't think that's ever enough because usually it's always a digestion problem and you need to get those good proteins. But in the meantime, while your digestion is improving, and it will improve over time if you start helping it with easy to digest proteins. In the meantime, you can get already digested for you, already processed for you, 5-HTP, which is what your tryptophan would turn into. You can take little capsules of graphonia seed extract called 5-HTP. So that's another really great adjunct to overcoming depression. Now, here's another aspect of what causes us to be depressed, which is, as you know, we talked about before, when you're depressed, your stress levels shoot up, which puts you into sugar burning. So you crave sugar. And the more you eat sugar, you eat high amounts, you get more and more insulin produced to deliver that sugar to the brain and to the muscles. And that insulin, if your body's eating too much sugar, your body starts becoming resistant to all that insulin, and then you get insulin resistance. So now you have to make more and more insulin. Your body makes too much insulin. And what that insulin does is supposed to carry sugar into the cells. But at a certain point, if your cells are resistant to the insulin, the sugar can't get into the cells. So we want to reverse insulin resistance. And I found something that, for me, reversed my insulin resistance. Now, I had insulin resistance, part of my, overcoming ADD, and what caused my ADD as a kid, just drinking 2 16-ounce bottles of Coca-Cola every day. Now, Coca-Cola, okay, one of the now moderate stimulants compared to other things in the market, but Coca-Cola is your tried and true super stimulant replacement for Adderall and Ritalin. And what Coca-Cola has in it is, if you take a 16-ounce Coca-Cola, that's 16 ounces, there's going to be 28 times 2, that's 28, 6, 8, 16, that's 56 grams of sugar. Now divide that by 4, 56 divided by 4 is 1/4. That's 14 teaspoons of sugar. Now who's going to take a glass of water and put 14 teaspoons of sugar and then drink it down? I did that twice every afternoon. Now that is going to cause serious problems. As a male, the high sugar content tends to result in ADD. Females tend to result in depression. And long before they become depressed, they become low self-esteem, and they become obsessive about their bodies. Their bodies aren't enough. They get all into hating their bodies, low self-esteem. They also get into becoming super people pleasers. When people, long before they're depressed, they're trying to please everybody, please everybody. That's another symptom of low serotonin. Another symptom of low serotonin is also weight gain. All overweight people, if you measure serotonin levels, they're extremely low in serotonin, particularly for women. For men, it would be low dopamine. So that's our gender-specific challenge here. Generally, depression is an issue for women, but also an issue for men. And what it is, if you just do the wellness solution, you do some lithium, you do some 5-HTP, then the other missing element is balanced blood sugar. Because when I started doing a product I'm going to tell you about, that comes from a superfood from China called konjac root, they discovered that if you take konjac root, it slows down the release of carbohydrate into your bloodstream. So it's like sustained time-release sugar rather than a huge amount of sugar causing a burst of insulin, causing your body to resist the absorption of sugar. And therefore, when your body can't absorb sugar, if you're a boy, you become ADD. If you're a girl or a woman, you become depressed. So here, suddenly, we need to do something that will keep our blood sugar from spiking so our body can begin to normalize. Your body's amazing. It will heal itself if we just stop damaging it. Keep pounding it. If you keep pounding your arm, you keep getting a bruise. If you stop pounding it, the bruise can heal. And that's what I found happened when I started taking this product called PGX. PGX, lots of double-blind studies showing that people have fluctuations in blood sugar. They're going like this: high blood sugar, low blood sugar, high blood sugar, low blood sugar. It starts becoming even like this. And as a result, moods start becoming more like this instead of these extremes. So always, in my experience in working with women who are depressed, as well as men who are depressed or ADD, what you'll find is cravings for sugar. And what you do is to correct that is you have balanced blood sugar, the supplement PGX, which is konjac root, xanthan gum, and alginate. When you combine them together, it actually potentizes the konjac root to be even 5 times more effective. So with that increased effectiveness, you get a stabilized blood sugar, your moods become more stable, you got a steady flow of fuel to the brain. Because when your blood sugar spikes, then your blood sugar crashes. And when your blood sugar crashes, now you don't have any fuel for your brain, you can't make the serotonin. Also, your stress levels will spike at that time when you can't make serotonin. And for women particularly, there's 8 times more blood flow to the emotional part of the brain, which then depletes you of serotonin. So now you lose your calmness, you have this intense upsetness, and gradually become more and more depressed as you deplete your supplies of serotonin. So you may get some results from an antidepressant, but it just makes your brain worse. Instead, now you have a wellness solution. You have a way to correct the situation.